You just look at him there. Does that look like a man who's going to crumble when 5 or 6 people go, you know, your grandma really liked your song? Well, I thought it was shite. We live in a sensitive world, people, don't we, these days? Easy to offend in this day and age than what it used to be. And I've been experiencing that quite a lot recently, people. Today I'm going to talk about that. My name's Nicky New. I'm from the Suno Music Show. I'm the host and DJ on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday nights. And today we are going to ask ourselves a question. Are AI music artists tough enough? What do you think? Give us a like and a subscribe as well. That'd be really nice of you. Yeah, recently, people, I've been doing this little game show that I'd like to invite you all to, general public, Tuesday and Thursday nights. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this week or not yet, but in the future there will be more. Now, it's been a crazy experience because there's a lot of sensitive AI artists, people, and I'm just sort of starting to wonder why that is. Yeah, is it because they're already on the back foot because it's AI music and they feel a bit paranoid about what they're doing? That's probably got something to do with it. Is it because a lot of them haven't really done music before, ever, you know, to the public or anything like that? That's probably got a lot to do with it as well. Pride, friends telling you that you're great, your grandma telling you that you're great, telling you that you're better than you are, and all that sort of stuff. I think that's got a lot to do with it as well. That's causing one or two sensitive feelings in the job that I've been doing. So general public, just to let you know, we have a voting game on a Tuesday and Thursday night. It's really good fun, but you know, some of the tunes can be appalling, really terrible tunes, and it's hard to hold back once you've heard 300 of them. A la Simon Cowell, I Go to Town. When that happens, people are easily offended. I've been watching quite a few human artists over the last couple of days and just reminding myself how tough they are, and then asking myself, in terms of strength and that, where are the AI artists that I've met in general, from what I've seen, compared to, say, human artists who have to deal with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? First thing I want to do, people, is I want to show you an article, right, from the BBC. The article's on your screen now. Thank you, BBC, for this. But this article talks about several news sources and artists where the news source or the journalist has got it wrong on some really big names early on in their career. So 7 times music critics got things completely wrong, right? When you go down this list, you've got things like New York Times. You've got instances like New York Times saying for the ear, he is an unutterable bore, right? About Elvis, yeah? Which is a big diss, isn't it, people? Bored to death of the music, right? Is what that guy said there. But the Kate Bush one, I was reading this before. The assault was typified by Charles Shaar Murray of NME in a review of a 1979 gig, which he describes as, let me just highlight it so you can see this punishment. All the unpleasant aspects of David Bowie in the main man era. Tony DeFries would have loved you 7 years ago, Kate, and 7 years ago maybe I would have too. But these days, I'm past the stage of admiring people desperate to dazzle and bemuse. And I wish you were past the stage of trying those tricks yourself. So these publications obviously go out to thousands and thousands and perhaps even millions of people. Do I think AI artists are at the level where they can accept that type of criticism? No way. Absolutely not. In general, I'm talking maybe there's 1 or 2 that could do it. However, from what I've seen so far, this would break a lot of the artists badly because general public, in a show of 20 people turning up in the audience, we've had toys being thrown out the pram. It's been absolutely mad. There's been quite a few instances of that, and you know, just got me thinking about all this sort of stuff. Are some of the AI artists ready for the general public yet? It's mad because I think if some of you general public didn't actually like some of their songs and you voiced that, it could be a very disastrous situation for their approach to their music and them as a person, from what I've seen so far. And that goes for, say, myself making a couple of comments like sorry, that was garbage, or people in the general comments saying things like you missed the boat, or lyrics were poor, or chorus was shanked. You know what I mean, people? And recently I've seen quite a few instances of artists who talk about, in their interviews, doing the art for the art. I was watching one on I think it was Rolling Stone's YouTube yesterday on the front page, where this lady she was saying she doesn't do it just to get likes off people who are going to say they like her music. She was saying she does it because she loves it, or it may have been because of the art. Just go and double check on the Rolling Stones thing. If artists do it just to get a like, then it is very, very likely the bad stuff is going to break them, like really bad. And that's what I'm experiencing, people. So part of my plan was trying to get some of these people toughened up a little bit, because I'm aware that artists are going to really get it out there, you know, because people are sensitive, aren't they? But I think to be a music artist and wins over the general public, you've got to have a very, very tough personality. You've got to have a very tough mentality and a tough persona. Some of these AI artist people won't even tell you their real name or show you their face. I'm not going to read too much into that, but I'm just putting it how it is for the general public. Yeah, you can read into that what you want. Some of them don't want you to know who they are, or have a person actually connected with their music at all. You see snippets of it in the background, say in a Discord server or whatever, but for whatever reason, they are apprehensive to reveal who they are or show people anything apart from just the music. So the music's going to have to be very special, isn't it, if you're not prepared to show your personality? Because I think people like Ed Sheeran and Billie Eilish, I think they're really good at showing their personalities and getting out there and connecting with the people and keeping an audience. I think you've got to be brave to do that, and I think you've got to be tough to do that, and they're putting themselves out there onto these shows. I was watching Billie Eilish on Chicken Shop. Hey, that was a funny one. But they put themselves out there and have fun with people, and they risk being criticised by people. However, their mental toughness, I think, allows for that, whether it's conscious or subconscious. I don't think you'd find a Billie Eilish or Ed Sheeran worrying too much about one person's opinion that didn't like their song. Same as Kate Bush here. Kate Bush went on to have an absolutely brilliant career, as did Elvis Presley and all the people in this list. I don't think Elvis Presley would crumble at 5 or 6 people saying that their song was garbage early on in their career. It's a farcical thing to say, really. You just look at him there. Does that look like a man who's going to crumble when 5 or 6 people go, you know, your grandma really liked your song? Well, I thought it was shite. You take this image here, yeah? This was from a video, right? From an artist, and he's an R&B artist. And I think all I said on this video was, for a love song, the person in this video looks quite menacing, and those look like quite aggressive eyes, as if the person is looking at someone like they want to do them. In England, do them means do them over or whatever, yeah? Plant one on them or whatever, right? And that was it, people. And to me, that looks like a psycho who's about to do you. And that's all I said, and I said it in jest. But despite liking several of the artist's songs before that, people, that was it. It was absolutely all over general public. You know, this person left the Discord server, the toys come out the pram. I still think their music's great or whatever, but I do still think that the eyes on this image here look a bit intimidating. You judge for yourself. But like I do say, people, it's you know, the AI music space can be a very sensitive space when it comes to feedback. Yeah, Ed Sheeran is tough guy, man. How he was able to hold it down for his whole court case, I think it lasted him like 8 years or something like that. It must have been a terrible thing for him to go through. I shall leave the link to this and the BBC information in the description if you'd like to look at it, general public, and AI music artists as well. People might not like your work from time to time. It could be worth getting used to that, and perhaps not letting a few people who don't like your song affect you too much. Obviously it's up to you, but I would say that if someone says your tune garbage, don't worry about it. It's all good. People have said it to me before. People have said it to Ed Sheeran before. People have done even worse to Ed Sheeran. People have accused him of stealing beautiful songs that he's written, you know, just because he used the chord C to G change or whatever he done in the song that he's supposed to have done. He was really under it here, people. He was really under it. It was his livelihood at stake. There was all sorts at stake. There was so much pressure on him, you know. Actually, I remember some people accusing him of copying at the time. The news gets out there and people, you know, as we've seen with the previous post that I've just put on the screen, like people say stuff and all of a sudden he's stolen songs, hasn't he? And he's a thief. It's really bad. But he's I think everyone knows, and not just Britain, but everybody knows he's just a really talented and dedicated songwriter who's got a massive passion for it and a massive passion for giving the people joy. He does it all the time. He does it week in, week out. Just have a listen to the pressure that he was under after this lawsuit, people, yeah.
The claim is made with the idea that a settlement will be cheaper than taking it to court, even if there's no base for the claim. It's really damaging to the songwriting industry. There's only so many notes and very few chords used in pop music. Coincidence is bound to happen if 60,000 songs are being released every day on Spotify. That's 22 million songs a year, and there's only 12 notes that are available. I don't want to take anything away from the pain and hurt suffered from both sides of this case, but I just want to say I'm not an entity, I'm not a corporation, I'm a human being, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a son. Lawsuits are not a pleasant experience, and I hope with this ruling it means in the future baseless claims like this can be avoided. This really does have to end. Me, Johnny and Steve are very grateful for all the support sent to us by fellow songwriters over the last few weeks. Hopefully we can all get back to writing songs rather than having to prove that we can write them.
You know, people, I think you can hear the tone of his voice at the end there when he says about who he is as a human being and all that sort of stuff. And I'm sort of asking myself, like, how tough would he have to be to sort of go through that? I think he'd have to be a very, very tough person. So massive respect to Ed Sheeran, but obviously he's had much more experience at dealing with that sort of stuff. I would make that strong assumption since he was young. He's put himself out there, I'm sure. He's always on the shows with Jonathan Ross and all the American ones as well. Travels the world, meeting people, China and all this sort of stuff. So he's getting loads of experience with dealing with fans. Most of the top artists, they strike me as mentally tough people, and it's just a bit concerning in the AI artist space, the general sensitivity of the space. What is the solution? I'm not sure, people. Expect more dramas as rubbish tunes come in. Expect more exhilaration as the bangers come in. Why not like and subscribe and join my channel for much more content like this and much more content around the AI music scene. My name's Nicky New. Hope you enjoyed that. Give me a few comments and I will see you very soon.